Welcome back. You're watching News Centre. Our focus now on the hotel and tourism sector. Marriott International has launched its new global brand called Series by Marriott. The world's largest hotel company has chosen to debut the brand in India. With this, the company has signed a foundational agreement with the hotel management firm Concept Hospitality. Marriott has said that it will also make an undisclosed equity investment in Concept Hospitality. The international hotel chain currently operates over 30,000 rooms in India and plans to reach 50,000 in the next 5 years. The launch of Series by Marriott aims to capitalize on the India's hotel sector momentum. The market is projected to surpass $11.7 billion in this fiscal and grow to $13 billion by next fiscal. According to Rubik's Data Sciences, domestic travel, events and foreign arrivals are all contributing to this upswing. Occupancy rates are also rising from 68% in 2024 to a forecast of 73% by 2027. Joining us now to take this discussion forward is Rajeev Menon, President of Marriott International's Asia Pacific, excluding China region. Thank you very much for joining us, Rajeev. Let me begin by asking you that you've launched a new brand, Series by Marriott, and you decided to have a global debut, not in the United States, but India. Why was that?
Parikshit, first and foremost, good evening and great to be with you again. This just shows the significance India has, particularly for Marriott International. From a long-term strategic point of view, we see India as an incredible growth story. And as you said, we're making two big announcements today. One about launching a soft brand in the mid-scale to upscale segment, namely Series by Marriott. And number two, our founding deal here in India with Concept Hospitality Private Limited for the Fern brand in particular to be affiliated with Series by Marriott. We see incredible opportunity for growth over the next few decades.
Rajeev, what I would like to ask you, in terms of growing your footprint, how many more hotels would this mean in terms of addition in 2025 and possibly in the next 5 years?
So currently, Parikshit, Marriott operates 158 open hotels and has a pipeline of 112 hotels across 42 cities with 17 brands. With Fern as Series by Marriott coming in over the course of next few months as we bring these hotels into the system, that would be 84 open hotels today and a pipeline of 31 with total room count of around 8,000 more rooms. However, for us, it's not just what's open and in the pipeline, it's the incredible opportunity this partnership represents from a growth point of view over a long period of time. So as these hotels come into our system, we will expand our presence to 90 cities across the country with the opportunity to grow in many more destinations across the country.
Right. So that is pretty significant. Could you also give us a sense of how does the Series by Marriott offering, how is it different from your hotel presence all across the country already? And what kind of customers are you reaching out to? And how will this be a major revenue driver going forward?
When you think about Marriott International broadly, we have the largest portfolio of luxury brands. We have, and that's global. Across India, when you think about it, in our 17 brands, we are representing across many segments, from luxury down to select service. But where we had a little bit of white space was in this mid-scale to upscale space. And that's where this partnership is significant because Fern has an established history of close to 30 years of strong reputation. They have a large distribution network. and we think there are synergies in bringing the two companies together. So from our point of view, when you think about access to more customers, Marriott today globally has 237 million Marriott Bonvoy members. We believe there's a real opportunity to continue to grow that membership base while giving Fern Hotels access to our members, also bringing new members in these secondary and tertiary cities that aspire to be part of Marriott portfolio as they travel both domestically as well as internationally. So we see across the board win-win for both sides, and ultimately it helps us drive more revenue.
Right. So as there is a plan to expand presence in 90 cities with Series by Marriott, could you give us a sense of what is the probably average price point or tariff point that you would like to attract customers with in India with the Series by Marriott offering?
Parikshit, as you look at the landscape of Indian hospitality, it continues to evolve. Our business is very much driven by demand and supply. When you look at luxury hotels, as I'm talking to you right now from the St. Regis in Mumbai, there has been incredible growth both in rate as well as occupancy, as you just talked about. So first quarter in India for us, Marriott International, our RevPAR, which is revenue per available room, grew some 16% over same time last year. And that growth is represented across our portfolio, be it on the luxury side or on the premium side or in the upper upscale side. When you think about the Fern portfolio, again, a lot of it is going to be driven by demand and supply. Rates will vary by market. However, we believe with the access that Fern Hotels, through their affiliation with Series by Marriott, will have to our distribution channels, to our reservation platform, to our incredible base of Marriott Bonvoy members, there'll be a real opportunity to drive additional occupancy as well as rate across these hotels.
Right. So if I would ask you about the full year going forward, is there an outlook that you can give us in terms of the total revenue growth that you're expecting from the India market?
So India has continued to grow double-digit for us, both in terms of revenue per available room, as we would call it RevPAR, and also when you think about net unit growth in terms of the number of new hotels or new rooms that we are adding into our system. And I expect that this year will be no different. Full year, we expect double-digit RevPAR growth as well as net unit growth. And this particular partnership will only make that stronger as we move forward.
We've seen some softening in demand in the United States. Are you seeing this as an impact of the tariff uncertainty? Is this playing out other geographies? And which are the key countries which are the big growth drivers for you right now?
So you are right in terms of, some uncertainty at play. However, Asia Pacific still remains fairly robust. Our first quarter RevPAR growth, revenue per available room growth in Asia Pacific ex-China, which is my world, came in at about 11%. And just to put into context, we finished April with 14.5% revenue per available room growth. So the market remains pretty strong, and India remains at one of the forefront markets for us, along with markets like Japan, Vietnam, and other Southeast Asian countries.
Right. And finally, on your expansion plans over the next 5 years, Series by Marriott and your collaboration with Fern are very important parts of that strategy. But in the next 5 years, what is the kind of expansion and presence that you would have in India?
So India would end up becoming, in the next 2 to 3 years, the third largest market for Marriott International. Today, as it stands, with our 158 open hotels, we are the fifth largest, with Fern series by Marriott hotels coming into our system over a period of time, as well as our continuing growth through our other brands. We expect India to remain a decades-long growth story, and I remain pretty bullish overall.
Right. And finally, any markets within India which are really driving the growth for you in a big way?
So we see opportunity across the board, but when you think about what I just mentioned with Fern, as we bring Fern hotels into our system, we expand our distribution from 42 cities to almost 90 cities across the country. There are some 750 districts across the country that have opportunity to provide accommodation that is, of certain standard to the customer base as Indian middle class evolves. And we think we are best positioned today to be able to make those offerings through the number of brands that we have, and particularly our ability to grow the Fern brand with Series by Marriott remains immense.
All right. Thank you so much, Rajeev Menon, for joining us with that outlook on India and the strategy behind launching the Series by Marriott brand here in India. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Center. More news and updates continue right here.